Hey there, Chadi Bazzi here, and welcome to another episode of the Top Listing Agent Show. Today's the last day of 2019, and I was going to release an episode today on a completely different topic. And I thought to myself, you know what? Let me hold off on what I was going to release today and read this 272-page book called Your Best Year Ever by Michael Hyatt and record an episode on this one so I can help you and every single one of you make 2020 your best year ever. And before we get into that nugget taken from the nuggets taken from this book, let me share something with you that I want you to do, that I asked you to do like 10 episodes ago when I first started to do book reviews on the show. That is to begin to build your library and committing to read a minimum of one book a month. And to not just read books, but get good at reading, get good at comprehending what you are reading, and get good at retaining the information that you are investing time and money in gathering. To do that, I also said to you that you should invest in one book that will help you read faster, comprehend what you are reading, and retain what you are learning. And that book is called the 7-Day Speed Reading and Learning Program. This is the best gift that you could give yourself right now. Yes, now, not later. So pause this podcast now. If you're driving, pull over to the side of the road, go to Amazon and buy it now. You will thank me later, because that's what successful people do. They follow the leader and take fast action. Why? Because speed of implementation is everything. It's a common denominator in all successful people. Fast action equals fast results. By the way, I am not asking you to buy anything from me, so there is nothing in it for me, but there's a lot in it for you. Remember, when I read a book, I learn from it for me, not for you. I just am so committed to my community and the people who allow me to lead them that I want to pass on this information to you from what I am learning so we can all grow together. Look, I'm a student of life. And I choose to be a student because the more I learn, the more I earn. And the more I earn, the better quality of life I get to provide for my family. And I consider you to be my family. So I want to help you provide more for your family as well. So are you ready to make this next 12 months the best 12 month ever? I bet you are. So let's dive into this 5-step plan for achieving your most important goals. Let me share with you the 5 steps and I will dissect a few of them for you. Number 1, you gotta believe it's possible. 2, you gotta complete the past. 3, design your future. 4, find your why. 5, make it happen. Sounds like a simple plan, right? Well, of course, easier done than not. You already know that. How do I know that you know? Because I did not share anything with you in this 5-step process that you have not already heard from me or from someone else. That is why we got to break these down. We said number 1, believe it's possible. You gotta believe it in order for you to achieve it. You've heard that a million times. I know you want to sell more homes, but most of you do not believe you can, so you do not. It's not that you do not know how, because we show you how. Your manager can show you how. Your broker can show you how. And if your manager and or broker don't want to show you, then YouTube will show you, or better yet, this podcast has been showing you how. So the how is not the missing ingredient. What is missing is the belief system that says, yes, you can. Michael Hyatt, the author of the book, says that you won't even try to have your best year ever if you don't believe you can experience it. So to develop self-belief, you have to shed your limiting beliefs and visualize clearly what a breakthrough year will mean to you, your life, and your career. So step number 1, or part of step number 1, here is part of it, recognize. I want you to recognize the power of your beliefs and how they shape your personal reality. What do you believe you are good at? Come on now, think about that one for a minute. You have to come up with something you know you are very good at. Got something? Okay, good. Now think about something you want to do, but believe you cannot do it. Or you might believe you won't be good at it. Can you think of something? Maybe you want to call on expires but believe you won't be good at it, so you don't do it, right? Or whatever it might be. You see, in this demonstration, you now recognize that your beliefs have the power to get you to take a specific action or to ignore it altogether. You are always acting in accordance to your belief system. This means that your real true powers lie inside of what you believe to be true about you. Good, bad, or ugly, it's all in your head. So again, do you have the power to increase your income? Well, I'm going to answer this one for you by saying it don't matter what I think. What matters is what do you believe? Yes or no? 2, you got to confront your limiting beliefs. And 3, you must upgrade your beliefs. So here is a 6-step process to upgrade your beliefs by embracing liberating truths and using different frames. Number 1, recognize you have a limited belief and be aware this is a self-imposed limitation. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down all your limiting beliefs. Number 2, record the belief. Okay, so writing it down will help you externalize it and be clear about it. Number 3, once you've written it down, I want you to review and analyze that belief. Evaluate how it serves you and whether it helps you or it hinders you. Number 4, after you do that, reject the belief or reframe that belief by building a case for looking at obstacles a better way. 5, revise the belief. Write down a liberating truth which will replace that old limiting belief. And number 6, reorient yourself to that liberating truth and start acting as if it were true, and pretty soon it will be. Okay, there you have it. That was only step number 1. Step number 2 is to complete the past. And I am only going to spend like 1 minute here, and I'm going to give you a quick exercise to do this, not from the book, but from me. Write yourself what I like to call, I forgive you letter. Write a letter to yourself expressing forgiveness to yourself for the things you screwed up or such. Example, dear me, I wanted to write you a very quick and sincere letter with a big apology and request that you forgive me for all the promises I made you in the last 12 months that I have not followed through on. I know I said I was going to start calling on expireds and I didn't because I was afraid. I could have done it if I was not too cheap to make a measly small investment with Chadi to learn how to take more listings like his clients, etc. Please forgive me for this and that and so on. You get my point. Complete the past. Forgive yourself, and better yet, take it a step further and forgive someone else. Let go of everything that robs your powers when you think of it or him or her or whatever. Step number 3, design your future. I have done too many trainings on this one. Rewind back a few episodes and listen to 2020 Vision for 2020, and I show you how to do this step by step. Step number 4. So step 4 is to find your why. Like everybody's been looking for their why all their life. Let's put an end to that and find that freaking damn why now. This is simple. For every goal you set, write down a list of the reasons why you want to achieve the goal. Like, don't just say, I want to earn, $100,000. Like, why do you want to earn $100,000? Make sure that this list is genuine and captures your internal motivations rather than just reflecting the expectations of outside influences. Write down how that goal aligns with your hopes, values, and ambitions. Once you do this, what I want you to do next is for every single goal, go and prioritize all your reasons. Get your most compelling and engaging reasons right at the top of your list, so they, hit you in the eye every time you go over your list. Once you do that, you can then connect with those reasons both intellectually and emotionally. By doing this, both your head and heart will now be on the same page. That will keep you going when the going gets tough. Okay, the final step, make it happen. Get stuff done. Get to work. Break down your big goals into manageable next steps. Example, I want to take 2 new expired listings a month. That's the goal. Okay, step number 1, sign up for WebEx or Danvoice. Step number 2, get a copy of the Chadi Bazzi expired script. Step number 3, write out the script 5 times a day until you memorize it. Step number 4, get a copy of the Chadi Bazzi expired objection handlers. Number 5, write out the objection handlers every day until you memorize them. Step number 6, get a roleplay partner who also calls expireds and roleplay with them daily. Okay, you get my point. There's more steps, but just to give you a little idea. Break down the action steps you need to take to make that goal become a reality and start checking off the list. That's how we do it. I know it is easier said than done. And if you want to make sure you get it done and have your best year ever, then I want you to go to tlastrategycall.com and book a time to speak to me, and I will show you how I can help you make the next 12 months your best 12 month ever. Again, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and that you got a ton of value from it. And more important than the information I shared with you is what you are going to do with it. Remember, fast action equals fast results. So get into action now. Thank you so much for your listening, and I will see you on the next episode.